Welcome to today's Daily Voice podcast, and today's message is entitled The Ultimate Security. We're reading from Psalm 118 verse 9, and it says the following: It is better to trust the Lord than to put confidence in princes. The word confidence there is a very unique Hebrew word that means security. The question today is, what are you and I putting our security in? Are we putting our security in stocks, bonds, investments? Are we putting our security in our jobs, our careers, our businesses? Are we putting our security in our ministries, in our connections, our affiliations, or our affiliates? What are we putting our security in, or are we putting our security in the Lord? It's crazy to see that history never fails to show us what the future will look like. The nation of Israel has had this this up and down experience all the time. Each time they decided to make the Lord their 100% security, it went well. I mean, just look at the story of Jehoshaphat in 2 Chronicles chapter 20. They had no choice but to make the Lord their security. And the Lord fought for them and beat their enemies hands down. Each time they chose not to make the Lord their security, they lost each battle. They ended up being defeated, annihilated, in bondage and slavery. Wow. And of course now, we look at the life of according to Bibi Netanyahu, Israel's primest king, best king Israel had, according to him, King David. Just look at his stories in all the Psalms, and each time he comes to a crossroad, each time he comes to a conflict, he says these words: it is better. It is better. It is better, my friend. Because he learned the hard way. He also learned what happens when he does not put his trust in the Lord, how things take place for him, how events evolve into a downward chaotic spiral. Wow. And so let us join our philosophy with this philosophy that David developed, where he said, it is better to put your security in what heaven can perform, what heaven can do. And yes, there are things that you and I must do, but there are also things that only heaven can perform and heaven can do. Then just look at the nation of Israel today. Just look at how they are publicly, from global political stages and platforms and microphones, broadcasting that no matter how many nations, I mean, in the next verse, in verse 10, it says, all nations encompassed me. And somebody like Bibi Netanyahu is even saying, let all the nations come against us, but the Lord God is our security. Wow. Let us have the same mindset today. Come what may, let the Lord be my security. Praying for you and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Be blessed.